New tonight, well, to say EDD has been a mess during the pandemic would be an understatement. And lawmakers have been telling us since the start that they're going to hold the agency accountable. Well, this year's legislative session has ended, and the question is, have they held them accountable? I spoke with legislators and policy leaders on all sides of the aisle, and tonight they're weighing in. Assemblymember David Chu authored a number of bills pertaining to EDD.
I would say the jury's still out on whether the ship is turning, because there were so many failures that happened on so many fronts. There is so much more that we need to do to overhaul this department that's in need of top to bottom comprehensive reform.
When it comes to EDD, there are 5 bills that are waiting on the governor's consideration right now. They are AB 12, which prohibits agencies from sending mail with someone's social security number, something EDD had been doing. AB 56 requires EDD to pay for identity theft monitoring if they do release personal information in the mail, and requires various other self-audits. AB 110 creates a system to cross-reference EDD claims with the Department of Corrections. AB 397 concerns the false statement penalty. It requires EDD to notify individuals prior to disqualification, inform them why, and of their right to appeal. SB 390 requires the EDD to develop and implement a plan for future recessions.
I would describe these as tackling some of EDD's immediate challenges, but we certainly have not grappled with all of the current challenges, or for that matter, the long-term challenges.
SB 390 was co-authored by Rosalicia Ochoa Bogue, who also weighed in on if EDD has been held accountable.
Quite frankly, no, not yet.
She says the main thing that she wants is the audit hearing, originally scheduled for August 17th, then postponed twice, now scheduled for October 13th to actually happen.
With transparency in mind, until our Democratic leadership allows us to have this hearing, I'm going to say that we're still falling short. I'm holding EDD accountable.
Daniela Urban is the executive director of the Center for Workers' Rights.
Has EDD been held accountable?
Not yet.
She says the change in administration at EDD has helped make changes.
But whether they've admitted to their errors previously and remedied the problems that they had in the early stage of the pandemic has yet to be seen.
Urban says legislators on all sides of the aisle have been working to reform EDD.
But once they had to start negotiating with the administration on what EDD could feasibly implement quickly, that's when they faced some barriers. And that's, I think, why there's some delay in the accountability, because it really comes from EDD and the administration. And if they're not willing to make broad stroke changes, the changes are just not going to be made.